In this episode of Biz Focus, Feelings China's Economic Pulse, we look at an invention that to many feels like real-life science fiction, the brain-computer interface.
This video has over 6 million views on YouTube. It's a monkey with a brain implant, playing a video game with nothing but its mind.
The name of the technology is brain-computer interface.
To grasp the idea behind how it works, I visited a company in Hangzhou City and was welcomed by an employee who shook my hand with a robot arm.
I was injured when I was 12 years old and had to undergo amputation. Last year, I was fitted with this intelligent prosthetic hand.
The device incorporates a brain-computer interface and AI. It collects and processes electrical signals generated by human muscle movements to control the actions of the prosthetic hand. In 2019, it was recognized by Time magazine as one of the top 100 best inventions of the year.
I tried using a prototype. A smart band recorded biosignal patterns of my hand in various positions, after which the robot hand instantly started to mirror my movements. To demonstrate that it was indeed my brain that's controlling it, Mr. Zhou proposed an experiment.
好，你现在握拳。好，我现在抓住你的手。好，你尝试打开。你只要有那个想法，然后我们能提取到你的这个肌电信号，你就可以控制它。
This became more of an exercise of the mind than the arm. After a bit more practice, I got better at it.
Now, if I really concentrate, I can open this robot fist just by thinking about it.
Our next generation prosthetic hands will incorporate sensory feedback functions, allowing amputees wearing the prosthetic to perceive the textures and temperature of the world, making them feel like they truly have a hand.
Then we had a mini car race. The speed depended on how hard you focus your mind. Such is the basic idea behind brain-computer interface wearable devices. Record biosignals from the body, interpret them, and turn them into machine commands. But these wearables represent only one direction the technology is taking. My late grandmother fell victim to Parkinson's disease, a debilitating brain disorder that can reduce the strongest of people to someone unable to control the most basic of movements. There are high hopes that brain-computer interface technologies could offer a way to help Parkinson's patients. For BCI to help treat more complex brain diseases, some experts believe we have to dig deeper, literally, by using brain implants.
You believe implants are the future as opposed to wearable devices that are not intrusive.
Yeah. Means wearable kind of first version, something to start, but it's not enough. Because actually the brain is protected. You have skin, you have skull, you have many layers to come inside.
I'm talking to other companies to see how invasive implants work.
This is an industry forum dedicated to brain-computer interface, and this year is its first edition. It is a testament to the fact that the technology is getting more established in China.
The majority of BCI products exhibited here are wearables. But I talked to several companies that focused on implants.
Why do you choose invasive implants over wearables?
It can extract richer brain information and complete more complex brain control functions.
That's a pretty visible cut on the skull there.
In fact, neurosurgeons have become quite adept at performing craniotomy surgeries over the past few decades.
Another company makes a contraption that looks quite a bit more aggressive. These two electrodes are connected to a microprocessor fixed on the skull. Mr. Sun's head is planted with one of them. He's been suffering from epileptic seizures and had developed tolerance for medicines. So he volunteered at a clinical trial in Zhejiang in 2021 and received the implant.
微型处理器呢就通过
The microprocessors monitor the patient's brainwave activity in real time through the electrodes. When it detects abnormal brainwaves preceding an epileptic seizure, it delivers an electrical stimulus to suppress it.
癫痫的发作。
The contraption is charged 3 times a week wirelessly by a cap linked to a power bank.
那个现在就是每天你有发作吗？
每天的话都会发作1-2次。
1到2次。
是1到2秒之间。
1到2秒是什么感觉？
就是这个神经感觉戳动了一下，然后立马就消失。
What's the process like of getting an approval for clinical trials?
我们一开始的话是做了
We have undergone scrutiny by regulators regarding ethics and technology and have obtained approval after conducting extensive animal experiments. We are the first in Asia to enter clinical trials for a brain-computer interface device for the treatment of epilepsy.
国内第一例植入。
When I asked about future challenges, many companies and academic experts gave me a surprising answer. One of the biggest hurdles is neither the hardware nor software, but basic research.
Currently, we're still constrained by the limitations of basic research in neuroscience. In terms of our specific understanding of the brain, we're not yet particularly clear about the specific mechanisms of many functions in the deep brain regions.
这个可能就需要
This requires more effort by academia.
Yeah, because actually the brain is complex. And the brain was kind of taboo, and little research was in the brain before recent 15, 20 years. People was doing a lot of work with brain, but nothing invasive.
The long-term effects of these early successes are being closely monitored. The complexity of the brain is considered one of the final frontiers in understanding the human body. This field has a long way to go, but it's hard not to get excited about what it could achieve in the future.